But remember the other night we had put up a live stream speaking about what happened in China to Africans in relation to the McDonald's, where the brother went in there to buy something, which I do not support McDonald's at all. I think it's trash food and it's very unhealthy. But just for the sake of the story, this brother went into McDonald's and they had a sign that said that they wasn't going to serve black people. And this is a McDonald's, an American company. And many people was very upset, outraged, and wanted to hear a response from McDonald's. Well, now McDonald's has responded to this incident that happened in China. So after all of the outrage and people tweeting McDonald's and saying, hey, what is your statement? What are you going to do? Do you support anti-black racism? And if you do support it, let us know so we can go ahead on and get you in this boycott, divest, and sanction China movement that's getting started. Let us know if we need to sweep you into that. Are we boycotting Chinese businesses and anything related to China here in the United States and abroad? So McDonald's did respond and said that it is not representative of our inclusive values, and they have temporarily closed the branch. And as you can see here on the screen, it's closed. No one is inside the McDonald's. Now, they said after the incident, African officials had confronted China publicly and in private over the racist mistreatment of Africans in the Chinese city of Guangzhou. And as we saw how they just blatant with it, blaming black people. That's the tired old thing that came from white supremacy. OK, that's the originator of let's blame the black man and woman for everything. You lost your wife. Black people did it. Lost your husband. Black people did it. You lost your job. It's black people. Global warming. Hey, black people did it. You understand? It don't matter what it is. Your favorite team lost. Had to be the black person that was on the team that caused them to lose. The stock market crashed. Oh, it crashed because you got a black person working in the stock exchange. You get sick. Oh, well, black people got high blood pressure and diabetes, so they the one caused it. You get what I'm saying? It said whatever you like. Paul Mooney, 1-800-BLAME. I ain't gonna say the word he said, but I'll say blame a Negro. OK, that's exactly what he was talking about. Everything is us. And I've seen, comments, come into the live stream and they were saying, and I've heard this comment many, many times, say, Phil, why is it that everyone hates us so much? Why? What did we do to them? Did we take, did we enslave them? Did we take their land? Did we pillage them? What do we do to hate, to have that much hate toward us? And the answer to your question is nothing. We did nothing but exist. That's it. And, the whole world have a hatred for us. But, whether you believe this or not, a clear sign of who God's people truly are is this, is that they will hate you without a cause. Always remember that. So the only people who's hated without a cause in the earth, the only people that scapegoated for everything, but yet we're hated so much, but yet you can't stay away from us, can't stay away from our land, can't stay away from our neighborhoods, can't stay away from our culture, can't stay away from us at all. Because, really, when someone hates you that much, it would be understandable for them to say, I don't want you nowhere around me. Cool. But at the end of the day, even though McDonald's had made, this statement, and it's the right statement to make, and the action is the right one also, especially if they are an American company, and black folks do spend a lot of money at McDonald's right here in the United States of America. So I know they were going to react to that because they know where the bread is buttered. But for me, once again, even though this is bad, this is actually a good thing. Why? Because look how quick globally we came together speaking against the racism, speaking against the evil bigotry against the black people throughout the world. Look how quick we made African leaders move. African leaders never move like that. If you know anything about African politics, a lot of things happen to the people and they pay them off. A lot of them are sellouts. What I would call a lot of them, what I would say is Africoons. OK, that's exactly what a lot of them are. But because of you, ladies and gentlemen, because of your tweets, because of your outrage, because of everyone who is part of the global black media, right? And we ain't talking about the mainstream. We're not talking about your white corporate CNNs and all that that's trying to just, no, we talking about what's in our interest. When we come together on one story, whether we talk to each other or not, but we come together on one story and literally make a target to whatever it is. Notice governments move. Notice that corporations move, multi-billion-dollar corporations move when we speak in one voice. This is something that I could show you, that when we come together as one, how we actually have a power. We have a true voice when we come together. And if we come together financially, we can make moves that way. If we come together on the continent, if we come together here in America, we come together on the Caribbean. If we all just come together and work in unison, it's nothing that really they can't do to us. You see, the reason why the Chinese are in Africa is because not being unified. You're not my tribe. Oh, you East African, you West African. Oh, you from the southern part of Africa. You Central African. Oh, you're not my tribe. I can't work with you. I don't like you. You know, I don't like you because of this happened 1,000 years ago. So I still don't like you after these people done dead and gone. You know, things like that. Just giving it just a hypothetical example. You understand? But when those Chinese or white supremacists, whatever, they don't ask you what tribe you're from. They don't ask you what country you're from. And remember, this was also happening to African Americans, Black Americans, too, over there, not just continental Africans. For those of people who have this attitude, well, they ain't my people. They Hamites. Did the Chinese go ask them if they Hamites? Did they go ask them that? Like I told that one person that told me that, why don't you go over to Guangzhou and see how they treat you? See, just come back and tell me how it worked out for you. Did they say, oh, you're not a Hamite? Oh, yeah, you're good. Come on in the supermarket. Come on and eat. And we ain't going to treat you like them, quote unquote, Hamites. Like, as I stated before, all that religion, listen, have a relationship with God. Yes. But stop using it in a way to divide, to justify your self-hate. In this world, in 2020, we are one global Negro, one entity. We speak different languages. We may be in different locations. We may be part of certain ethnicity groups, but we are one global Negro. And the quicker you understand that, the faster that we can unify. Because I don't even like that religion division. I don't like it, because all you're doing is dividing with black people. When these race soldiers see you, whether they in America or the Chinese race soldiers over there, they don't care. They see the global Negro and they say, get this global Negro out of here. We don't want them here. Now, yes, I mean, just being fair and being truthful. Yes, the Chinese don't like nobody. OK, they don't like white folks either like that. I've seen things they don't want white men coming in food their women no different than black men food their women. Like I said, brothers, for the most part, aren't chasing their women. It's just not really happening unless she's surgically enhanced. But if she's the average Chinese, brothers ain't checking for that. So like I said, that's like the wrong thing for them to even be worried about. But, you know, like I said, when you're an insecure man, you worry about things like that. Right. But they definitely have a hatred for the black man and black woman, for sure. They may not like white folks like that, but they surely have a 10 times more hatred for black folks. But that's always like that throughout the world. No matter where you go, the black man and black woman is hated. The only place that is comfortable for you would be the continent of Africa, the Caribbean, you know, nations like that, black nations. That's the only place you're comfortable, because that's where you belong. Understand? Now, you could say we built America and all of that, but at the end of the day, you don't control it. We don't control it whatsoever. Them folks control it. No matter what side of the aisle they think, they all believe in white supremacy. And they're all in unison, and they unified on making sure to keep their privilege and to keep you a fifth class citizen. They all in unison with that. I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, whatever they are. This is why I always say, stop. And I'm telling the continental Africans, if you get an education somewhere, fine, but go back to the countries where you originated from, help build up your nations. If the politicians are corrupt, you guys have more power over there to make something happen than we do. You understand? Just like those brothers and sisters went to that testing site with the coronavirus in the Ivory Coast. They burned that thing down. You can't really just act that way here. because when we outnumbered. But over there, you guys have the numbers. You understand? So them politicians not acting right, go to them politicians' house, show up and say, hey, what's up with these deals you done with China? I'm sick of them people in my country. Matter of fact, they got to go. We're going to come to your house every day. If we got to, get them out. You better put up a law to get them out. And matter of fact, y'all need to get every African and African American, get them out of there. Let them go. Like, I'm a firm believer of this. If someone don't want you in their house, you can't force to stay there. You can't. So take yourself, get out. I know a lot of black Americans are there for work. I know a lot of them are, but come on out of there. Say, hey, can I do an assignment in Africa? Do you have any jobs there? But use this to unify. Use China as the rallying cry for black unity globally. Okay. Because they didn't care if you was African American, you was African from the continent, didn't care if you was Caribbean. As long as they saw a black face, you're throwing your behind out. Now I've seen, pictures and video of the Chinese trying to give food to black people now after they've been exposed. This is why I told you your collective voice has more power than the mainstream media. And this is what we are pushing here. You may see all these different people starting to come into the channel, and some of you may say, well, I like Phil more than those other people. It's not about Phil. It's about the global voice. That's what it's about in the black community, because we are at a disadvantage in America. But if we connect globally, we're not at a disadvantage. Actually, we are the global majority in a lot of ways, especially to a lot of these folks that's in power. It's more of us than them. And what Dr. John Henry Clark said, if we ever get together and realize who we are, we're the greatest force, the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. He said, and they know that. That's why they want to keep us apart, keep you away from the African, keep you away from the Caribbean, keep you away from your Afro-Latino brothers and sisters. As long as they keep us divided, they could benefit. But when you come together, you can get China to start moving, okay? Because they are actually trying to reverse course. They're trying to speak up now. African leaders are making moves. It's because of your global collective voice for black people. Let's continue that. Let's, make sure to keep the pressure on China or anyone else coming into the continent of Africa and doing some dirt or trying to take the land. And I'm proud of Africans in Kenya, Ivory Coast. I'm proud of sister in South Africa for showing there is a new day in Africa that you will no longer put up with racism. You won't put up with white supremacy, Chinese supremacy. You won't put up with none of it. And say, like you said, that sister said, this is Africa. Get out. Your time is up. That sister, like I said, was on it when she said your time is up. And whenever that sister completely deal with whatever she's dealing with in South Africa, we're going to bring her on to talk with her because, like I said, she owned it. And we love to hear African brothers and sisters be on it in that manner. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what happened at the McDonald's and how, McDonald's made sure to temporarily close that restaurant due to your collective voice. Because if you wouldn't have said anything, if that brother would not have filmed that and brought it to the global black family to speak up in one voice, it would have been business as usual. Never discount the power of our unity.